Dear valued customers, as we leave the vibrant red basalt highlands of the Central Highlands, we follow the gentle slopes down to the southeast region, where the red soil merges with small rivers and the dry forests intermingle with fields. This is when we step into the unique cultural space of an ancient indigenous ethnic group, the Chơ-ro people, with population of about 30,000. The Chơ-ro primarily reside in the provinces of Đồng Nai, Bà Rịa, Vũng Tàu, and Bình Thuận, particularly concentrated in Tân Phú, Xuân Lộc, and the areas bordering the Nam Cát Tiên forest. This is not only a region with diverse ecosystem, but also a place that hosts a complete cultural ecosystem, where people live in harmony with the forest, the rivers, and their rituals. The Chơ-ro are one of the oldest ethnic groups in the southeast region, belonging to the indigenous pre-Vietnamese population, those who were present here before the Kinh people migrated down from the north. Throughout history, they have rarely migrated. Instead, they have adopted a strategy of local adaptation, holding on to the mountains and forests while maintaining a scattered living model in small villages near streams and fields. It is precisely due to this stable residence that Chơ-ro culture has developed in an ecological, sustainable manner, with multi-layered beliefs in harmony with nature. One of the core elements constituting the identity of the Chơ-ro people is their language. The Chơ-ro language belongs to the Western Bannaric group within the Austroasiatic language family, related to the languages of Ma Mnong and Sting. This language does not have tonal distinctions like Vietnamese, but it has a distinctive syllabic rhythm. In their language, grammar does not express tense, but is indicated by context and position, showing that the Chơ-ro's perception of time is not linear but cyclical, linked to seasons, rivers, and the sun. A unique aspect of the Chơ-ro language is how they encode the natural world into symbolic language. The words for, stream, and soul share the same root, 10 verbs related to performing rituals, and communication are closely tied to Kolongo. Their language, especially in prayers and ritual songs, contains many symbolic, poetic, and musical elements, making Chơ-ro not just a tool for communication but a system for organizing their world, what linguists refer to as the symbolic language system. In their social organization, the Chơ-ro live in small clusters of villages near streams and fields, with a traditional patrilineal social structure, but not an absolute patriarchy. The village elder holds power both spiritually and socially, but the role of women in production, rituals, and education is very prominent, especially in the rituals of spirit possession, weaving brocade, performing rituals, and reciting epics. Each village usually has a communal house, which serves as a venue for festivals and a place to store sacred objects, reflecting a highly communal social model based on ritual conventions rather than codified laws. The Chơ-ro practice shifting cultivation agriculture, using techniques of slash and burn and protecting native forests. Additionally, they hunt, gather, and fish seasonally, and are particularly renowned for their craftsmanship in weaving and making bamboo musical instruments. Unlike nomadic groups, the Chơ-ro know how to plan their fields according to ecological cycles, a form of bee-shifting cultivation calendar that the elders in the village remember through weather signs, bird calls, and the blooming of forest flowers. In terms of beliefs, the Chơ-ro possess a multi-layered worldview rich in animistic elements. They worship forest spirits, stream spirits, stone spirits, and rice spirit. Each element in nature is considered a sentient being that requires offerings, respect, and permission before being utilized. The spiritual world is divided into 3 layers: the earthly realm, the middle realm, and the ancestral spirits. There are no large temples or shrines. All rituals take place outdoors, in front of an altar, beside ancient trees, or in sacred clearings. The central thought is that any violation of natural laws leads to the wrath of the spirits, and only rituals can appease them. The Shaman, also known as Mo, plays the role of both epic storyteller and ritual master as well as ritual singer. They memorize hundreds of prayers, ritual songs, and organize major ceremonies such as the burial ceremony sending the soul back to the sacred forest, the new rice celebration marking the end of the harvest season, the spirit calling ceremony restoring the health of the sick, housewarming ceremonies, ritual washing of gongs, sacred forest offerings. All rituals are closely tied to meals, offerings, and prayers, three inseparable elements in the spiritual life of the Chơ-ro. The folk music of the Chơ-ro is a living heritage. They use various types of gongs, bamboo instruments, mouth organs, water drums, and especially a slow, elongated chant style, often sung in groups or in call and response. In rituals, music is not merely an accessory, it is the means of communication with the spirit world. Each gong, each drum beat has its own voice, and hitting the wrong note is an offense to the spirits. Duet singing between men and women, similar to the Soangko of the Sanjiu. Epic storytelling during the burial ceremony, similar to the recitative forms of the Central Highlands. Ritual dances with raised hands, turning inserts symbolizing the cycles of the universe, the seasons, and the human life cycle. Music, lyrics, and dance all have ritual, epic, and therapeutic significance, serving as a means to convey customary laws, values of life, and relationships with nature and ancestors. In summary, the Chơ-ro people are a small ethnic community that possesses a tightly knit cultural system, ecological, sacred, and full of aesthetic value. Language is a symbol, music is a ritual, society is a self-managed community based on beliefs, while the forest, streams, rice, houses, and ceremonies form the space of existence. In every prayer, every dance circle, and every gong, Chơ-ro culture remains vibrant like a small symphony in the heart of the Southeast Asian forest, where ancient memories continue to resonate in the rhythm of the present. Hãy follow kênh du lịch Cùng Viễn để có thêm nhiều trải nghiệm hấp dẫn về văn hóa, du lịch và lịch sử của Việt Nam và thế giới.
Thank you.